As producers of Kurohana Wagyu beef, there are two things we take very seriously. The first is our mission to supply the world with the highest quality Kurohana Wagyu beef. And the second is ensuring we have the proper cattle, people, farmers, and environment to make this possible. As a result, we've developed the Kurohana Wagyu Sustainable Farm Project based on SDG principles in order to build a more sustainable system for raising cattle. At our spacious Yatake Ranches 1 and 2 that form the core of our facilities, we have continuously evolved our operations and strive to accomplish our vision. We make sure to not only meet the needs of today, but take further steps to take Kurohana Wagyu beef into the future. In the upcoming video, we will take you on a tour of our two ranches that embody the goals of our Kurohana Wagyu Sustainable Farm Project. When entering the ranch, all visitors and employees must have their vehicle disinfected to prevent the spread of contagions like foot and mouth disease. Visitors must also change into special clothes and boots, and everyone must disinfect their hands and footwear when entering one of the cattle sheds. This is considered fundamental hygiene at a cattle ranch. The first place we take visitors to is a spot where we can overlook our entire operation. The sprawling Yatake No. 1 Ranch is the start of distribution of 20,000 Kurohana Wagyu cattle in Kyushu. There are three principles that form the core of the Sustainable Farm Project at Yatake Ranch 1. The first is safety in space, which is how we refer to building a large, independent space for raising cattle to prevent contamination by microorganisms from outside our facility. The second is shared quality, which refers to our central control system that ensures quality by sharing data, such as medical history and diet, for each individual cow. The third is quality environment, meaning we utilize sustainable farming practices while making sure to breed flavorful, quality Kurohana Wagyu beef to achieve both a healthy environment and eco-friendly farming. Through these three principles, Yatake Ranch is able to provide a steady, superbly high-quality supply of Kurohana Wagyu beef to all of our domestic and global customers. Let's take a closer look at Yatake Ranch 1. The ranch covers 52 hectares, which is about the same as 11 baseball stadiums. This ranch is also HACCP certified for agricultural operations. The Yatake Ranch, located in the Yatake area of Hitoyoshi City, Kumamoto Prefecture, is one of Japan's largest ranches for breeding Wagyu cattle. The size of the property acts as a natural shield against contagions and agricultural chemicals from the surrounding areas, resulting in a safe place for us to breed and raise cattle. Now we're going to take a look at the cattle sheds. The first shed is our birthing shed. Veterinarian Dr. Sugiyama will explain more about this cattle shed.
分娩舎は母牛が出産するまでの2ヶ月間管理する牛舎です。出産してから母牛と子牛は約10日間この牛舎にとどまります。
There are 700 female cows in this shed, with 10 to 15 births each day. This equates to around 375 calves born each month, making this one of the largest cattle birthing sheds in Japan. The shed is divided into 750 stalls for each individual cow, plus birthing rooms. The shed is clean and spacious for the newborn calves, and data on pre- and postnatal cattle, such as expected birth dates, is carefully supervised. Mother cows and their calves live together for the first 10 days after birth, and the calves are fed their own mother's milk. After this, the mother and calf are moved as a pair to the next cattle shed, the mother and calf shed. The next building is the mother and calf shed. In the mother and calf shed, postnatal mothers and calves are kept in groups of 10 and live together for about 3 months. A special feature of this shed is that mother cows have their own rooms, and male and female calves are kept separate so that they can live in a clean environment with minimal stress. The shed is also set up so that the calves are free to nurse with their mother whenever they want. This helps the calves grow up healthier, resulting in decreased incidence of disease. Mother cows are also re-inseminated at this stage. Female cows have a sensor around their neck that senses when they are in heat, which notifies the veterinarian to ensure that insemination is done on time. This is a very important part of our system. While other livestock farms record and manage data, we are the only farm where our staff use this data to provide individualized, specialized care for every single cow. Another thing that sets us apart is our feed.
この段階では子牛は母乳を飲んでいますが、母牛を含め肥育をかけて成牛になるすべての段階で常に牧草や配合飼料をブレンドした杉本本店オリジナルの飼料を与えています。
By providing calves with the proper feed at each stage of growth, we are able to create healthier adult cattle. At this stage, the inseminated females and their mature calves are separated and go on to the next cattle shed. This is the mother cattle shed for mother cows. The mother cattle shed is for mother cows who have been re-inseminated in the mother and calf shed and are pregnant again. At our ranches, we breed our cattle purely with other Japanese black cattle. For female cows that are unable to become pregnant through artificial insemination, we have high-quality stud bulls that we use to impregnate the cattle. Because of our system for raising Japanese black cattle calves in a good environment, which then go on to give birth to more Japanese black cattle calves, we are able to maintain a high level of quality with our Kurohana Wagyu beef. Our central control system places great importance on cleanliness and keeps careful tabs on a variety of stages from insemination through birth. This is the manifestation of our belief in shared quality. Through this, we achieved certification of both JGAP and HACCP for agricultural operations, and we have set up a system of guidelines so that all of our employees are able to follow the international standards for hazard analysis that we adhere to. Let's take a look at the calf shed next. The calf shed is a cow shed where calves go after leaving the mother and calf shed and spend the next 3 months of their lives. There are 500 to 600 calves here at any one time. Calves are kept in individual enclosures at 6 to 9 months after birth until they are ready for the next stage. Calves that have their data recorded are marked with a blue tag on their ear for males and a pink tag for females. We tailor our feeding schedules and breeding management separately for males and females. At the Sugimoto Honten Yatake ranches, we always leave a cattle shed empty before bringing in new cattle. After sterilizing and disinfecting the shed and liming the ground, we spread fresh sawdust to make sure that we get rid of as many viruses and bacteria as possible to ensure our growing calves are raised in a clean, safe environment. We do this with our other cattle sheds as well, but because contagions and risks differ for each shed, we customize our vaccination program for each shed. We have established our own disease prevention program and have a dedicated veterinarian always on staff. Our visitors often ask us why our cattle sheds don't smell. The sterilization program mentioned previously goes a long way in minimizing smell. Because our staff keep everything clean, both our cattle and our staff are able to enjoy living and working on a ranch with minimal smell of ammonia and other unpleasant aromas. This complete sanitation management is something we've developed through years of work. Before going further, let's learn about the water at Yatake Ranch 1. Feed isn't the only thing that has a great effect on beef quality. Water is also crucial. Cattle drink immense amounts of water every day. This means water quality is an important factor in the quality of Kurohana Wagyu beef. We use spring water that comes from a bedrock aquifer 600 meters below ground. We call this our mother water. We collect this spring water and use it not only for a variety of applications in our cattle sheds, but also use it as drinking water for humans. Places that have excellent water quality are famous for producing great beef, and we are able to provide our cattle with plenty of excellent water. This blessing from nature is something unique to Yatake Ranch 1. In order to protect this valuable resource, we perform regular water quality inspections, and our water is a symbol of the sustainable practices we promote. Next, we are going to take you on a tour of our Yatake Ranch 2 and new plant in the village of Sagara in Hitoyoshi to see how we are working to improve our production systems even further. Our Yatake Ranch 2 is located riverside among the unspoiled nature of the village of Sagara in Kuma County, Kumamoto Prefecture. The ranch is used for fattening cattle, which has a capacity of 4,500. The ranch is JGAP certified, and the 130-meter-long cattle sheds are the symbol of the ranch. Our cattle are kept on 28-month cycles, with approximately the first 5 months after birth spent at Yatake Ranch 1. Then the cattle are raised until 28 months of age, when they are slaughtered and the meat is processed. Our employees could feed around 200 head of cattle per day, but our feeding robots have improved on this, with one robot being able to feed 500 cattle per day. The time and effort saved with this equipment has allowed us to pay even more attention to the health of our cattle and keeping our cattle sheds clean. In addition to automation taking an important role here, the manure from our farm is put to good use, and we are researching bacteria and fermentation materials to better turn our manure into usable fertilizer. Both the Yatake Ranches 1 and 2 are currently in the process of evolving to take Kurohana Wagyu beef into the future. and be even more environmentally friendly. This concludes the section about our cattle sheds and our water. Next, we will visit our new plant in Toyono Uki City, Kumamoto Prefecture. Cattle that have reached maturity are brought here to be slaughtered, processed, and shipped. In 2020, Sugimoto Honten built a new factory on site at its headquarters. The plant features the latest technology and has obtained the International Food Safety Management Certification FSSC 22000. Our slaughterhouse is also FSSC 22000 certified. And since it is connected to our processing plant, the carcasses stay completely indoors. This minimizes risk of microbial contamination and allows for strict temperature control. This is a big factor in maintaining the quality of Kurohana Wagyu beef. Our plant is divided by walls into a clean zone where the meat is cut and a dirty zone where it is measured and packaged. Processing is done in one direction only, which helps prevent cross-contamination. As part of our sanitary management, when employees enter the plant, they take a daily health check, put on a hair cap and mask, and pass through an air shower to remove small particles from their clothing. Work clothes are not removed from the building and are washed daily at our own laundry to maintain a high level of cleanliness.
この新工場は FSSC22000 の認証を取得しています。FSSC22000 というのはフードセーフティーシステム、つまり食品の安全をさまざまな角度から高度なシステムで管理する世界トップレベルの認証です。ハセップはもちろん ISO22000 も合わせた内容になっています。中でも抜き打ちの審査があるのが FSSC の厳しいところです。この認証によってここで加工する黒花牛の衛生面とトレースシステムを管理しておりますので、全国の皆様に安全安心で最高品質の黒花牛をお届けしています。
The doors are automatic, so you don't need to touch them to open them. This is the carcass storeroom. This area is the plant's clean zone. The floors and walls are made of durable and easy-to-clean granite, which means they are more difficult to damage, thereby preventing contamination with foreign objects. Temperature control is very important at meat processing plants. We have structurally improved temperature retention and dehumidification, and an indoor temperature of 7 degrees Celsius is maintained to ensure beef quality. Our central control system manages the temperatures of each room independently to keep everything at the same temperature. Humidity control is also important. Because the local climate changes with the seasons, humidity and condensation occur easily in refrigerated factories. The new plant has improved dehumidification functionality, and positive air pressure is maintained to make sure there is a constant supply of outgoing clean air. This is the deboning area. The use of suspension rails and deboning machines makes the work more hygienic. This also makes processing easier for our employees and improves efficiency. A number of other design features are implemented to ensure quality and sanitary control, such as using blue conveyor belts to make foreign debris easier to see, and having 3 knife sanitization stations with water at over 85 degrees Celsius. The clean zone and dirty zone are separated by walls to prevent employees from coming in contact with each other. This is because our plant is kept in compliance with the strict international FSSC 22000 food safety standards. These standards also require a high level of targeted cleaning within each room. This is where blocks of meat are vacuum packed. Meat undergoes inspection for foreign metals, then goes through a shrinker where the package is showered with 75 degrees Celsius water to tighten the packaging. After this, the packages are immediately chilled and dried in one continuous process. The entire process is done under the strict supervision of our employees who check for any abnormalities. These strict final checks are key to building the trust that our customers have in Kurohana Wagyu beef. Only the meat that has passed all of these strict checks is stacked to order and sent throughout Japan and around the world as authentic Kurohana Wagyu beef. We strive to be a sustainable farm. This is why we are working on things like environmental conservation that are in line with SDG ideals. Providing our customers with a delicious product is of highest importance and is one result of utilizing a sustainable production system that will help us continue to operate further in the future. We will continue to perfect our 3 principles of safety in space, shared quality, and quality environment, and do our best to provide our world-class Kurohana Wagyu beef to our customers all around the world. A cycle of quality built through respect for nature and livestock. Now and in the future, we will continue to provide quality Kurohana Wagyu beef to be enjoyed and loved around the world. Sustainable to table. Kurohana Wagyu.